Hey guys, this is Social Cheat Sheet. My real name's Carly. Nice to meet you guys. So today we are going to be talking about 3 ways to make an additional $10,000 a month as a UGC creator. Now you'll see the last video I posted, which is probably, I'm thinking I'm probably gonna post that video before this video. It's talking about ways to make $10,000 a month as a UGC creator. This is additional ways to make money as a UGC creator. So let's get into this so you can see what I'm talking about. This is some really good stuff. You're not gonna wanna miss this. Okay, so as some of you may know and some of you may not know, I am a UGC creator. I create videos for brands to use behind ads or to use on their own social profiles, basically because they don't have time to make videos or they just may not be good at making videos. So they need someone to help build up their brand because TikTok is huge for building up brands nowadays. And then like I said, for ads. But I don't just make my money from creating videos for brands to use for UGC. I don't just make UGC content is what I'm basically trying to say. I have other ways of making money and it all started from becoming a UGC creator. So that's a super cool thing is when you get into UGC, you don't realize how many doors being a UGC creator can actually open for you. It can open so many doors. It's absolutely incredible to me because before, back in the, well, not that long ago, very recently, you had to have a marketing degree to be able to get into a lot of different things that you can actually get into now as a UGC creator without a degree at all. I do not have a degree. Well, I have a high school diploma, but I do not have any college degree. No associate degree, no bachelor's degree, none of that. I did go to college for a little bit, but I quit going to college because there was no point in me racking up, all of the loans when I can make more money from my house without going to college at all. It's mind-blowing. Okay, so you're probably wondering, okay, so what are these other doors that can be open? Like, tell me, Carly, I want to know, like, what else can I do to make an additional, like, that amount of money? So let's start off. Let's start off by talking about being a creative strategist. So you can be a creative strategist or a creative director. I believe it's creative strategist is lower than a creative director, but they both kind of go hand in hand. They both kind of do the same kind of things. A creative director just does more than a creative strategist does. They both do a lot of work, and I feel like sometimes people say it's a creative strategist role, but it honestly reminds me of a creative director role and vice versa. But yeah, so creative strategist or creative director, I'm gonna count them as 2 different things because they are, but like I said, they can kind of go hand in hand, and basically you're going to be in charge of actually sourcing UGC creators. So you're going to actually go and find UGC creators. Depending on your role, you can be in charge of a lot of things. So you'll basically find those UGC creators, and then you're going to be the boss of those UGC creators. You're going to be the one to make sure that they actually get everything done, they do everything the right way, coming up with the concepts, making their scripts, their storyboards, coming up with their hooks and call to actions, all that stuff. You need to make sure they actually film the content in a certain time duration, and then make sure that they edited the content well. And then you're also going to be in charge of letting them know if they need to make any revisions. And then you also might be in charge of making sure they get paid as well. So you're basically just going to be in charge of the UGC creators and making sure everything goes smooth, the whole creative strategy goes smooth, and everything, gets turned in how it's supposed to get turned in. There's a lot more to it than what I just said. You actually do quite a bit of work as a creative strategist or as a creative director, but that's just some of the basic things I can tell you, just so I can kind of give you an idea of what you would potentially be doing. And so you're not going to be able to be a creative strategist or creative director unless you've had some experience, obviously unless you have some experience being a UGC creator yourself, or, if you have a degree. But you don't have to have a degree if you have some experience. So I have been offered both a creative strategist role and a creative director role before, and I know a bunch of my other UGC friends that have also been, given these roles and are also doing these roles currently. And the really cool thing about this is we get to go and, help other UGC creators get work. So it's really cool. We get paid for it and they get work as well. It pays good money usually too. So it depends who you work with. Usually you get paid, it depends. So the most recent creative strategist role I was given, which I haven't started doing yet actually, I need to find out what's going on with that. But I got hired for it's $400 for each brand you're working with. So agencies might be working with a bunch of different brands at once, but each one that you're in charge of, it was for $400 for each one. And you could have, you could be handling 4 at a time. So, it's good money. It usually goes out to $2,000 to $3,000 a month is what it usually goes out to, depending who you're working with. And I say that's the same rate seems to go for strategist and creative director. But yeah, so when I was a creative director, I can't remember the exact amount of money I made, but I made between $1,000 and $2,000. And then, like I said, the role I was just giving, it was $400 for organic for each like brand you worked with, and I think it was $600 for each brand you're working with that's running paid ads as well. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. So that's the first two ways, is creative strategist and creative director. Okay, my next method is once you actually start building a following. I made a TikTok, right? All about all my free UGC tips, all kinds of motivational stuff, and la-di-da-da. A following starts to happen. So you do start to build a following. So I'm at around 18,000 followers, nothing huge, nothing crazy at all, but you're around 18,000 followers on TikTok. I do have a pretty great community, and that allows me to now, if I want to start doing some sponsored posts. So it's something else that could come along with your UGC journey. I definitely make my money from making UGC, but it's something that I can do if I want to. I have been offered money for doing sponsored posts. So you can start to do sponsored posts too as you start to build a following, but that is, like I said, going more for influencing and going away from the UGC route. But that's something that you can expect to happen later on, which is nice because then you can get paid for both. Another method, I have a couple things. So you can charge for one-on-one coaching calls. Once you become very experienced, you've made lots of money, you know everything there's to know about UGC, you can start selling your expertise. Teach other UGC creators how they can also make money. So once I started making $10,000 a month as a UGC creator, I decided I wanted to teach other UGC creators how they could do this as well. And I definitely still do UGC myself too. I'm busy as can be being a UGC creator. So I teach it and I still do it. I don't plan on quitting doing UGC. I like to do both. So I teach about it and I also create UGC. So once I hit 10,000 followers, once I hit $10,000 a month, I started teaching UGC. So I offer one-on-one coaching calls, and I offer a UGC cheat sheet, which teaches you every single thing you need to know from start to finish. So basically it's a UGC guide that I made and now I sell. I barely ever market it, but it's there for anyone that wants to buy it and wants to be able to make the kind of money that I've made. So I have a UGC cheat sheet, one-on-one coaching calls, and then I also have a UGC membership, which is like $30 a month or $35 a month for anyone that wants to join. So it's another thing you could do, is you could have a UGC membership as well. So yeah, that's the other method. So you can teach UGC in different ways as well. And the next thing I'm going to speak about is something that is really exciting, but really big. And it's something I have not done yet, but I am planning on doing this. It's really exciting but scary too. Like, I don't know, like it's really intimidating to me, but it's something I've always wanted to do. And this was always the plan from the start. So when I started and became a UGC creator, the ultimate plan was what I'm about to reveal to you right now. And that was to start my own agency. So this is the top of the list basically, right? So this is the top of the list. So I would say it goes from like creating UGC, right? Becoming a UGC creator, to then teaching others how to do UGC, to then becoming a creative strategist, creative director, and then agency. So yeah, it's something I'm actually currently creating. It's not out yet. I am not an agency yet. It's something I'm making sure I learn every single thing about, because I do not want to mess this up. I want to be the best. I've been telling myself, like, I want to build a freaking empire. I want to prove to everyone that I didn't believe that I could make something of myself, that I completely made it. I want to build a freaking empire, but I want to do it the right way. I don't want to rush into anything. I want to make sure I do it the right way, and people are so freaking excited and proud to work with me. I actually mentioned this on Twitter and people were so freaking supportive. I had so many people so excited for me to start my agency. So that was really nice to see, because I wanted to see, like, would anyone actually be interested in that? And there was a bunch of interest in, me starting my own agency. So that's really exciting. That's something that can make you a lot of money, a lot of money. I don't know the exact numbers, but there's lots of agencies that, make, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 and up, $1,000 a month. So it really depends how big you scale your agency. But yeah, so these are all great ways to make extra money. Like I said, okay, so you being a UGC creator, that definitely can make you thousands a month. And then if you teach UGC, that could also make you another couple extra thousand a month. And then being a creative director, creative strategist, another extra couple thousand a month. And then an agency can make you a lot more a month. So these are all ways to add an additional $10,000 to your income. But yeah, I really hope that these things help you guys out. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you found any value in this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, I'd love you to subscribe. I'll be posting videos every single week. And as always, comment down below any other videos you guys would love to see. I write every single one of these down, and I would love to be able to actually make a video for every single request I ever get. But yeah, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.